Pan Asian dishes are so popular in India now, so today we are making delicately flavored Chinese five spice stir fried vegetables. So we start by taking 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of Chinese five spice, 2 tablespoons of Jaggery or raw Desi khand, 1.5 tablespoons of aromatic toasted sesame oil, and 1.5 tablespoons of a good quality tamari. The quality of ingredients is what will make a dish beneficial or harmful. So choose well. We mix these to remove lumps and set it aside to use towards the end. You can start with this and make more of this to taste as you need it. Then we take 2 tablespoons of arrowroot powder. We want to use a good quality one without aluminium. A lot of the local ones we find in the market these days, the quick, inexpensive ones, have aluminium on them. So you want to take a little better quality one without aluminium. Arrowroot is a better substitute for cornstarch. We mix well to make it smooth and lump free. It works just like cornstarch as a thickening agent but has a little more body than cornstarch. Most Chinese dishes at restaurants use a lot of spices, bad oils, and mineral stripping awful quality vinegars as opposed to this delicately flavored dish that is tasty and nourishing. Then we take some cold pressed sesame oil which has no fragrance and add some toasted sesame oil which is fragrant. I often mix these two for many of my Pan Asian recipes. And then we add some finely cut ginger. Ginger always adds integrity to a dish. It helps to improve the digestion and is anti-inflammatory. Then we add some garlic, which adds great flavor. And then we add chilies. You can choose a mix of chilies or simply use the good old green chilies. That's up to you. Of course, all these to taste, as some people like it more spicy and more flavorful with the garlic and ginger, while some like it a little more subtle. We stir to mix this well. Then we add some diced onions and mix well. Usually whenever I add onions to a dish, I add a little bit of salt because it helps to make them a little bit sweeter and tastier. Then we stir in the green beans. Green beans are hearty and take a long time to cook. Hence we always add these before other vegetables in stir-fried dishes. Mix well and cover and simmer cook for about 2 minutes. Then after that, we stir in the other vegetables one by one, starting with the zucchini, which is cut thin diagonally, and then the broccoli florets, and we mix well. Then we add a little water. I often use hot water when I'm adding to an already cooking, a stir-fried dish. Or if I add cool water, then I increase the flame for a few minutes so the water warms up quickly. Then we add the baby corn and the carrots. Basically, we add veggies in order of their cooking time. Hearty veggies take a long time, so we add them first, and the ones that take less time to cook, we add them later. And the ones that we want to keep a little raw, like yellow bell pepper or spring onions, we add them more towards the end. So we keep mixing it as we go along. And it's also important to make meals that are rich in vegetables. I'm known for making vegetable-rich dishes and flavoring them differently each time. And so it's really important. It's a really important cooking skill for us to learn how to make a variety of vegetables in a delicious way, because that's the way it's sustainable in the long run for us to have a lot of vegetables more often. So then we stir in the mushrooms and the yellow peppers and the cubed tofu and mix well. And I of course anticipated the size of the pot and vegetables a bit wrongly, so you'll see I'll soon shift this to a bigger pot. We add some more water, and then we add the seasoning that we prepared at the beginning and simmer cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. For this quantity of the vegetables, I actually made this seasoning all over again and added it. So in the recipe written below, you'll see the double ingredients and what I was saying in the beginning. We want to keep enough liquid in the dish and also let the vegetables and everything cook to desired consistency, so that when we add the arrowroot, it thickens in the right way. If there's very little liquid, it'll become too clumpy. So here we have added, a little more water and a little more, and all of the arrowroot that we had mixed. And at this point, you can add a little bit of whatever you want to. You can add more water, you can add more arrowroot, however thick you want the liquid or the gravy to be. You can add more seasoning. That's totally up to you. I also added the cashews for an extra crunch in this dish and an extra bite along with the vegetables, and also some finely cut spring onions. We keep slow cooking it till the water thickens to desired consistency of the gravy, and then we serve this with an unpolished grain of your choice, be it brown rice, quinoa, millet or buckwheat. So part of making a delicious and nourishing Pan Asian dish at home or meal at home is to remember you want to serve it with some whole grain, you want to use good quality sauces and natural sweetness and not chemical filled stuff.